Hey guys, what is up? I apologize for not being here last week. I was very sick and I totally lost my voice, but I hope to make it up to you now by sharing what's been happening in the last 2 weeks of technology. So the first update I want to talk about is the iOS 6.1.4 upgrade for the iPhone 5. Now this is a very minimal upgrade and it ultimately is the same as iOS 6.1.3. And I made a whole video on this, I believe yesterday or 2 days ago. And if you want to know more about that, then you can click there. But all you really have to know is it's such a minimal update to not worry about it. There is no jailbreak for the iPhone 5 on any firmware equal to or above 6.1.3. And the next thing I wanted to share is Apple's 50 billion app downloads countdown. That's right, they're almost at 50 billion downloads. That's an insane amount of content being downloaded on all these iPhones, getting close to 10 times the world's population. That's just extremely mind-blowing. So they're giving away a $10,000 gift card to a lucky winner that downloads an app between now and the time and gets picked by them. Now, as you can see, that number is so huge, so if you ever want to increase your chances of winning, I guess you can go to the App Store and download more apps, but the chances are very slim. And with the contest, they released some interesting statistics, the top 25 downloaded apps of all time. In first place, we have Angry Birds, then Fruit Ninja, followed by Doodle Jump, which hasn't been very high in the rankings for a while, then Cut the Rope, Angry Birds Seasons, WhatsApp, Camera Plus, Words with Friends, Tiny Wings, and Angry Bird Space. For the free applications, it starts off with Facebook, then Pandora Radio, Instagram, YouTube, Skype, Words with Friends, the Weather Channel, Twitter, Temple Run, and Google Search. And it's interesting to see all these new apps already dominating the playing field, such as Instagram and YouTube, which were just out. And on the topic of new apps, Draw Something 2 was released into the store. Now it sort of plays more of a role of a social network than just a game itself. After Zynga bought Draw Something, the original game, a while ago, it started to hype down after its viral movement in the very beginning. And now Zynga is trying to take this franchise and turn it into more of a social network where you can share your drawings and less of an actual game in hopes to keep people using the service. You can download it in the App Store for both free and paid, and it's definitely worth a look. Now the next thing I want to talk about, which is probably the most important in this video, is WWDC 2013. Now the tickets went on sale a few weeks ago, and it's going to be held between June 10th and June 14th. And if you don't know, WWDC is a huge event held by Apple. It's essentially the place where they announced the Retina MacBook last year. They announced iOS 6 last year. Previous years, they have announced new iPhones. There's so much big content that's going to be revealed this year. And that is going to be happening on June 10th to June 14th, so make sure to remember that. Check back on our videos then. We'll be definitely covering everything that happens. And pretty much the biggest anticipated launch is iOS 7. Now, iOS 7 is rumored to be a lot different. Now, there have been a lot of changes up in Apple's design and leading teams in that regards. Now, there's a lot of rumors saying that iOS 7 is going to be a lot different than the previous iOS upgrades. And since iOS 6 was very similar to iOS 5, I definitely can see a huge change in the future. Now, this is definitely good because, as you probably know, a lot of you, including myself, jailbreak to add a lot more features. And Apple is consistently adding good things to their operating system. Not to say that jailbreaking is ever going to go away. There's always a place for a new innovation, but I really think that a lot of the mainstream market could be very happy about these new features. And on top of that, the next iPhone, possibly iPhone 5S or the iPhone 6, will either be revealed or hinted to during that presentation. And I have a few more stories that are unrelated to iOS. The first one is that the Xbox, the new event unveiling the new specifications, information, and everything about the new Xbox, rumored the Xbox Infinity, Xbox 720. There's no official name yet, but that should be coming out on May 21st. That's the date that Microsoft set to have their conference. and that is going to be very interesting to see the future of Microsoft's version of gaming. And the last thing I want to talk about is an upgrade to Google Glass. Now, a few people have gotten their hands on the Google Glass, the people that pre-ordered at Google I/O last year. And since they've been sent those, Google has been making a few videos showing off how the interface works. Personally, I am super excited. I'm going to get my hands on a pair of Google Glasses as soon as I can. And I don't know about you, but all this stuff is really amazing. I think it could be the next innovation to wearable technology, something that's going to be very big in the future. Remember, if you want a chance to win a brand new iPod Touch, all you got to do is leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys later.